Golden, yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it.
So it looks like the 2023 Ninjago summer set images have finally arrived, but unfortunately they come in the worst quality possible. I truly feel bad showing you guys these pixelated images, but unfortunately they're the only images available as of the recording of this video, so I can't really do much better than this. So please bear with me as we try to decipher which set is which, and yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this very first set here. This seems to be the Imperium Dragon Slayer Hound, which is this giant wolf, which I'm actually a really big fan of. It seems to be using the Bionicle and Hero Factory pieces to make up the majority of its build, and it also seems to be Lord Ross's main source of transportation, which I just think is really badass. I'm a huge fan of this concept, and we're going to be getting 3 minifigures: Lord Ross, I believe Jay, and Lloyd. I wish, once again, that I could tell you guys for sure what's in which set, but unfortunately we just don't know, and these images don't really help out that much. But the next set that we have here is the Bounty, and this one I believe was leaked before in one of the Ninjago books, but the main issue with this Bounty here is that it doesn't seem like it has a dragon head. Now I could be wrong, and there could be an actual dragon head that detaches from the front of the Bounty, but it doesn't seem like there is one, and so that is kind of a downside in my opinion, since the dragon head is just kind of a staple of the Bounty. Every iteration of the Bounty has had a dragon head on it, so it's kind of weird to have one without one. But you never know. Once again, I believe these are preliminary images, so they aren't really official by any means. So we'll see in the actual official set images whenever those decide to appear. But I mean, yeah, it's just pretty much your standard issue Bounty. Can't really tell you what minifigures are in here because I can't really see anything. So yeah, it looks alright, you know? It looks alright for what it is. The next set that we have is, I believe, Kai and Ra's car and motorcycle battle, which is strange because this seems like it should be a 4+ set, and I hope that it is because the builds really don't seem that sophisticated, and I'm sure that this is probably a junior set that we're looking at here. So not much really to say besides, you know, we get Kai and we get Ross, and I guess it's going to be a cheap and affordable way to get both of those. So yeah, not really much to comment on there. Then we have this one mech here, which looks to be like the Empress's mech, but I don't really know what set name this is called. None of these images really came with set names attached to them, so we're just kind of looking at this strange looking mech, but we do get Ross in this set, as well as I believe the Empress, which was shown briefly in a couple of the Ninjago Dragons Rising trailers, so she seems to be a prominent character in this season. But yeah, not much really to say because I can't really see what's going on in the picture. Like I've said this before for all the previous ones that we've just discussed. I don't really know what's going on, but it looks like it could be a cool mech. So I'm kind of a little 50-50 on this one, a little iffy. The next set that we have here looks to be like Zane's car, and this one's actually really fascinating to me because I really like the design. It looks like a race car, but it also has Zane's ice twists on him, so it looks really cool from a visual perspective. And overall, I'm kind of a fan of this one. I think this one is really cool, and I believe the name on this set is Zane Dragon Power Spinjitzu Competition Sports Car, so it's a really long name for whatever reason, but it seems to be getting some Imperial Claw, I guess, soldiers in this set, as well as maybe Cole, or is that a Ninjroid? I really can't tell. But yeah, it seems to be an intriguing set, and I think that a lot of Zane fans are going to be happy with how this one turns out. Zane usually gets all the cool vehicles anyway, so I'm kind of happy about this one. The next set that we have here is the Elemental Dragon vs. Empress Mecha set. Now, this one has potential to be a very awesome set. Unfortunately, though, that dragon looks a little bit too bricky, if you know what I mean. It just looks a little bit too discombobulated. I don't think that it looks too connected. The only reason why I say that is because the neck doesn't really seem to attach well to the torso, and maybe that's just how terrible the image quality is, and when we see the official images we'll actually have a better look at this. But from the preliminary images, from what I'm saying right now, the dragon has a potential to be a letdown, but I really hope that it's not, because this would kind of be the shining star of the set, you know what I mean? So I really have high hopes on this one. I think I'm buying my stock in this set in particular because I want to sell high, and hopefully I'll be able to, so we'll see. Next up is the Nia Dragon Power Drifting Spinjitzu. Spinjitzu, and this one just seems to be another one of those gimmick sets like spinners, except this time it kind of reminds me of like Speedors from Chima. I don't know why, I can't really make out what that is, but it's obviously some sort of vehicle that she's using to traverse whatever obstacle comes in the set. But yeah, you know, your standard gimmick set, not really too much to say here, as well as Lloyd's version of that as well, the Lord Dragon Power Spinjitzu Cyclone. Once again, a weird little vehicle that he uses to traverse some kind of obstacle. Not much really to say. It seems like they're going to be collecting these golden orbs. I'm assuming that they have dragon power within them. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll see. The next set here is what I'm assuming to be the Heatwave Transforming Lava Dragon, which I would assume retails for maybe $50. It has 479 pieces, and it does look like it has Roz as well as another Imperium Claw Foot Soldier, as well as Kai, which is awesome, and another unknown minifigure that I can't really decipher. If you guys can figure out who that is, let me know in the comments below. But one thing that I'm starting to notice here, and I think this is a common theme in this wave of sets, Lord Ross seems to be a really common minifigure, and honestly, I'm kind of glad that LEGO decided to do that, just because a lot of fans don't really have the money, I guess, or the funds to purchase these large $120, $150 sets to get all these cool minifigures. So it's really cool that we get the main antagonist in a cheap set across the whole wave. So that's awesome to see. The overall dragon, though, I'm actually really liking this dragon. It looks awesome. I think this definitely looks better than the previous dragon that we saw. But once again, the previous dragon that we saw, we didn't really get a good look at. So this is actually a really good look at the Heatwave Transforming Lava Dragon. And I have nothing but positive things to say about it. I think it looks awesome. And this is definitely one of the standout sets of the wave so far to me personally. Next up is what I'm assuming is Sora's Mecha Transformable Racing Bike, which is just a crazy, wacky set once you look at it. And I guess it transforms into a bike, which honestly would be a really awesome feature. And I already like how the mech itself looks. It just looks like a crazy, funky mech with wheels on its legs. So it definitely does transform somewhat. So overall, I kind of like this one too. I don't know, it's a little wacky for my taste, but in all the right ways. I don't know. I'm just actually a really big fan of this one. So yeah, overall, I think this set wave itself is pretty solid. We're definitely going to have to wait until the official set images come out. And I guess this is just me being mature and grown, but I've kind of learned over the years that you can't really judge these sets based on preliminary images, stuff that wasn't meant to be shown to the public in the first place. And we really got to hold out for these official set images before actually making our final judgments on the wave. I know that there was a couple people online saying that the sets aren't that cool and they're just mediocre, but there's definitely some standouts here in my personal opinion. And I think that we could be in for a very good Ninjago wave, so we'll have to wait and see until the official set images come out. But that does it for me today, guys. If you guys enjoyed what you saw today, then please make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.